How's it and Happy New Year everyone. Welcome back to Open Court right here in 2023. So I'm super excited about this new year. There's a lot of new tennis gear coming out, and so for today, my first video of 2023, I thought I would share the rackets that are coming out, scheduled to come out in 2023, that I am most excited to get my hands on, to demo and to review for you guys. So first up on the list is the new head Auxetic Radical Pro. So I've been told by pretty much everyone that it's pronounced Auxetic, not Auxetic. So pardon my pronunciation in the past, so I'm gonna start pronouncing it the right way, quote unquote, from now on. The head Auxetic Radical Pro, I actually got my hands on and I tried back in November, and I did release a review of it earlier last year, but I was told that it was too early to publish that review, but it's in the works. I have it in the vault, and once I get permission from head to release it, that will be up on YouTube again very soon. But I really like that racket and I'm excited for you guys to try that out as well. It is slightly on the heavier side because it is part of the Radical family, but it does provide a good combination of power and control as a Radical should. It's definitely, in my opinion, a baseliner's racket. To be able to unlock the potential of the Radical Pro, you have to be a pretty advanced player. So look forward to the new head Auxetic Radical Pro scheduled to come out mid-January. That's an awesome racket and I'm excited for you guys to try that. Next up on the list is the newest generation of the Yonex Vcore 98. So the Vcore 98, the previous gen, I did not try. I actually own the SV 98, which was about 3 generations ago. It's a very fast, whippy racket, but that racket was pretty hollow. I heard that the most recent one that came out a couple years ago was actually pretty good. So I'm excited to get my hands on the newest Vcore 98 because I'm always looking for help with spin. The previous Vcores didn't really mesh with me, but this is undoubtedly a very popular racket, very easy to use in terms of its weight and balance. So I'm excited to get my hands on the newest generation of the Vcore 98 to see just how much Yonex has improved that. And I know it's a very popular racket, so I know you guys are excited for that review. I'm excited to try it as well, so look forward to the Vcore 98. Next up is the Babolat Pure Aero 98. So last year I tried out the newest generation of the 2023 Pure Aero, the 100, the standard one, the most popular one, the one that Rafael Nadal endorses, and that one, it doesn't really mesh with my playstyle. It's a little bit too powerful, lacking in the control. So a 98 square inch Pure Aero got me very, very intrigued. I'm kind of curious as to why they're releasing a Pure Aero 98 when the Pure Aero VS already exists. I'm assuming the beam construction or something is, the specs is probably gonna be a little bit different. Maybe it's just a slightly smaller head, but they're keeping the weight and balance and the beam pretty much in line with the regular Pure Aero. The Pure Aero VS specs are very different from the original. So this is something that I'm very curious about. I also heard that they're coming out with a Pure Drive 98. I think this is a decent idea to include a slightly smaller, more control-oriented version of the Drive and the Aero because they're both very powerful. But at the same time, is it really necessary when the VS exists? I'm not sure. So I'm excited to test those out and see if it's worth it, if it justifies its existence within the Babolat lineup. Next up, we're finally getting the newest generation, version 14 of the Wilson Pro Staff 97. So I have not ever used the Pro Staff 97 in my life since its release. I have never tried the RF 97 either. That one is extremely heavy. My friend has one, I might borrow it and try it, but I am excited for the original, the regular version of the Pro Staff 97 because I took a look at the specs from previous years and they seemed right in line with what I like. And so the newest generation, the V14, is coming out this year. I am going to definitely try the Pro Staff 97 for the first time in my life. So I'm excited to get you the newest review of the newest Pro Staff 97. Next up, this is a line that a lot of you guys have asked me for, and it is the head Auxetic Gravity, the Gravity Pro. So this one is scheduled to come out in a few months. I heard that it's already been released in Japan. Unfortunately, I can't get my hands on it from here, but this is a racket that I tried for the first time last year. I reviewed the second generation of the Gravity Pro. It's a very thin beam, very control oriented, not much free power, not much free spin at all, but it's very, very soft, plush, and comfortable, and it has good feel. So this newest update with the Auxetic If it does anything to the frame like it did for the Speed, the Auxetic Speed Pro felt a little bit more powerful than the previous generation's Graphene 360 Speed Pro. If they add a little bit more power to the Gravity Pro with the new Auxetic, I'm actually excited for that because I think that it's too underpowered. Maybe if you're an aggressive swinger, that control, that dead feel is more in line for you. But I personally want a little bit more power. So the head Auxetic Gravity Pro is a playtest that I'm very, very excited about and to get my hands on that racket. And lastly, the racket that is scheduled to come out in 2023 that I am anticipating the most is the version 4 of the Babolat Pure Strike. So I tried the Pure Strike 3rd gen. That's the red and black graffiti inspired one, and it was a little bit too head heavy. I couldn't get too much racket acceleration and maneuverability on my kick serve and at the net. So I actually liked the 2nd gen a little bit better, which was also known as the Project 17. I have the Wimbledon edition one, which I released a review on last year, and I really like that weight and balance, that light whippy feel. The Pure Strike is my favorite line in Babolat's racket lineup, and so I'm super excited for the version 4 of the Babolat Pure Strike. This is my most anticipated racket of the year. Whenever that comes out, I'll see if I can get my hands on it. Not many retailers on this island in Hawaii stock Babolat rackets, but if I can get it for you, I'm super excited. That's my #1 most anticipated racket of this year, and if they improve on it again, I think that this could be the best Pure Strike that has ever been released. And lastly, one more thing that I wanted to mention is that Wilson is apparently coming out with a brand new racket line, and it's called the Wilson Shift. I don't know anything about this other than that it's supposed to be more control/power hybrid type of racket. I guess you can call it a tweener, but it's supposed to mimic the head Speed line a little bit. The Speed line is my current favorite lineup in heads lineups, so I'm super excited to get my hands on this newest line in the Wilson family, the Shift. When I get more news about that and I get my hands on that to review for you guys, stay tuned for that. So that does it for all of the rackets that I'm anticipating trying in the year 2023. This is going to be a super exciting year, and I know you guys are really excited for me to review all of these new rackets for you guys. So keep watching Open Court, keep supporting. I really appreciate all of your guys' viewership and your support. If you guys like this content, be sure to overhead smash that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you on an Open Court.